writing.
Congratulations! You have found WrestleShoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the Ladies' Man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call WrestleShoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to another episode of WrestleShoot. We were actually going to put today's show off because old Casanova got a shank shoved through the side of his leg, a piece of wood. So he's on his way for stitches right now. And he called me and said, hey, yo, fuck that. The show must go on, so don't be a pussy. Get up on there and make Daddy proud. So I figured, hell with it. You know, I posted we weren't going to do it. My bad. I lied. Gotcha, bitches. I do that from time to time. So let's just go ahead and get right into it, shall we? We're going to recognize real quick that was a real loss to us all, losing Jay Briscoe. But we're just going to try to move on past that. We're going to bring on my guest. I've known this guy for a damn long time. Vinny the motherfucking Guido. What's up, my brother?
What's good, Rob? Long time no see, brother.
No, dude. How the hell you do? Look at you looking all bikered up over
there. Yo, man. It's been a while since we, got to chill and shit, so.
Long time. Shit, I think last time I still lived in Texas.
Yeah.
And that was like 2 states ago.
My oldest son lives in Texas now.
Oh yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, he lives in Greenville, Texas, which is like right by the Dallas area.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, Texas. Really, nothing personal. Just holy shit, man. That kind of hot. That's just not my thing, man. I just can't do that.
Dude, it's a huge culture shock when you go from New York to Texas. I told my son when he moves there, I said, son, I'm just letting you know you're going to be in for a real culture shock when you go there.
And I really hope you like barbecue, pal, because that's about it.
Yep. Oh, by the way, it's funny your show is called WrestleShoot. I actually used to host a podcast with Michael Porter, God rest his soul. He was a former.
Me and Michael Porter started WrestleShoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took it back, bitch.
I'm glad you brought it back, man. I have memories with that, man, because I used to be a co-host with Michael Porter also. So
yeah, I've listened to a few of your shows. That's when I was off in oblivion doing one thing or another, but I used to listen to the show.
Yeah, man.
There he is. Old Mikey.
I miss Mikey, man. He was a good dude, man. He really was. He had a lot of breathing problems. Like he had a lot of respiratory issues, kind of like what I'm going through now. I have COPD, so
Yeah,
but
all cancer related.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you though, man. I mean, wrestling has changed a lot since back in the day. Like it is not what it used to be. And it breaks my heart, man.
It's not even the same game anymore. Me and Chris, we get off on rants on that shit like every fucking week on some point or another. But the wrestling business, it's gonna reset. It's gonna reset or it's gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, man. I wasn't really around for the territories, but I did a lot of studying and a lot of history. I studied my history on the territories, and trust me, I wish that was still around.
Yeah.
I really wish the territories, even the 80s, all through the early 90s was great. Now, don't get me wrong, the Attitude Era and the whole Monday Night Wars and everything, that was all entertaining, but it wasn't pro wrestling. Let's be real, you know.
Oh, it was Dallas versus Days of Our Lives, and in the end of it, Days of Our Lives was WWE, and Dallas was WCW. Fell victim to the machine.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I just wish we had that kind of wrestling back, you know. And don't get me wrong, I want everybody to support my brothers and sisters on the independent circuit and everything, but would it kill you people to learn how to sell, number one, and to I just feel like, it's bad enough kayfabe's dead. I'm trying to keep kayfabe alive and everything, but it's just so hard. I just, like, I don't know. Nobody knows the basic moveset anymore. Everything is just go, 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 and nobody sells anything anymore. And it breaks my heart to see what wrestling's become, man. It really has.
And you know what? It's okay if you only know 5 moves, but for God's sakes, do them in the right fucking order.
I know. Oh my God, yeah. So true, brother. So true.
And I mean, the way they bump nowadays, these kids coming out of their 2-3 month long camp, they're bumping all wrong. They're not tucking their chin half the time. Their psychology stinks. They don't know how to sell. All they really know is offense, 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 spot, 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 and keep going faster. And back in my day, I didn't play that shit, dude. I'll snatch a motherfucker up and bring him right back down to the ground. Let's work and not get injured. How about that?
Yeah. And not only that, but there's no longevity anymore. Everybody's retiring young, and it's just, dude, like, and then that's another thing. People say they retire, then they come back. Then they retire, then they come back. Like, why even say
you know what? You know why? It hurts, but wrestling is worse than any drug addiction, and you always relapse. Why the fuck do you think I'm still doing WrestleShoot? Christ, man, I haven't done WrestleShoot since me and Porter were on TV.
I'll tell you this much. I'm never going to say the word retirement until I truly mean I'm going to be done for good, period. Like, the only thing, there was a time where I took, 3.5 years, 2.5 years, 3.5 years off. And I didn't tell people I was retiring. I told people, I said, I'm taking time away. I'm taking time off. But I never used the word retirement, though. And I feel like if you're going to say the word retirement, you should be done with it completely. Like, I just pisses me off when I see people say they're going to retire and then they come back. It's ridiculous.
It's hard to walk away, buddy. It's hard to, man. Like I tell people all the time, they don't make a drug in the world better than that high you get when the crowd is eating your story like meatloaf. They make drugs that come close, mind you, but they don't make any drugs better.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure, brother.
So let's talk. You're unique, man. You're one of them cats who's a gimmick and a shoot manager. So, like, how does that work out for you?
Well, I don't do top of the line talent bookings anymore. I stopped doing that. I have so many different. How do I say this? I'm an entrepreneur, so I have many different ways of making money, and unfortunately, there's only 24 hours in a day, and I can't do. I gotta be able to I have to cut the fat off of my steak. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to get rid of top of the line talent bookings. I have my own bookings I got to worry about. I don't have time to worry about other people's bookings anymore. I still get the boys asking me, would you be able to get me bookings for this and that? I'm like, nah, man, I don't do that no more. So, it's just, the way it is, man. Like, As you know, I still work in the pro wrestling business here and there. I don't do it as much as I used to. I'm branched out more into acting. I'm also a professional gambler. I'm a member of the Rough Riders, Long Island chapter.
Don't go
So
right there, goddammit.
shout out to my Long Island Rough Rider chapter, and shout out to the Rough Riders worldwide. All my brothers and sisters, what's up, yo?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, word. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I still do pro wrestling. I mean, I still do like the heel managing, and I'm trying to taper off more into color commentary. So I don't, because I believe it or not, Taz gave me very good advice many years ago. He told me the smartest thing he ever did was transition into a commentator because he gets paid about the same amount of money, if not more, and he doesn't have to take a bump. And you know what he told me? That's a great day at the office.
Yeah.
So I'm transitioning more into commentary. I mean, I'm taking his advice with that because it's great. I don't have to take any bumps and, I still get paid. So you can't go wrong with that,
And then you got guys like Mike Porter, who took a bump every goddamn opportunity that he had. He's like,
yeah, I know.
I'll do it. I mean, did he ever tell you the story about me putting him over to be the first announcer to ever be a champion?
Yes, he told me that years ago. Yes, I remember that, man. Did he ever tell? Did he ever tell you the story about Sensational Sherry?
It's fun, man. Me and him swap Sherry stories all the time.
Dude, he told me about the time where she was walking around in a towel, like naked and shit.
Yeah, but God bless her, that was just Sherry. It didn't matter in a locker room or in a hotel hallway. If she was the sweetest.
Yep, she was the sweetest woman in the world, bro. She was a real sweetheart. I miss Sherry. I really do. She was good to me and my dad. I'll tell you, she really was.
She was good to everybody, to be honest with you. I mean, I would be hard pressed to think of any one person who's ever had something bad to say about her.
Even Luna Vachon was the sweetheart, bro. Like, she would give you the shirt off her back if it meant saving your life. She that talk about another great woman was Luna Vachon also.
She was a great worker too, because you'd be in the back having a conversation. Then all she had to do was go, and it scared the shit out of you. Whoa.
Dude, I fucking miss Luna, bro. I have so many road stories with Luna, and so many times I got to work with her, and I miss her. I really do.
How did you get along with Dave?
Oh, Dave was great, man. Fucking, him and I, we worked a wrestling show in I think it was Tulsa, Oklahoma. And dude, I remember when we were carpooling because we got picked up at the airport or whatever, and he didn't want to sit in the front seat for whatever. I mean, because he said he had all these gimmicks on him and shit, and you know what that means. So he wanted to sit in the back seat. But dude, this wasn't like a 4-door or anything. It was a fucking 2-door. And the back seat, like his knees were like cramped up against the fucking, and I'm sitting there like this in the front seat, like forward, because his knees, he can't fit. I'm like, dude, why don't you just sit in the front? He's like, no, I'm sitting in the back. I was like, really?
Why don't you just put your fucking gimmick in your bag and throw it in the trunk, dickhead?
Oh, dude, I ribbed him good though. I did. I got him good. I remember we were in Oklahoma, right? And Oklahoma at that time, it was different than what it is now. At that time, you had to have the wrestler you had to have a performer's license, a wrestler's license or whatever. And we had to go for our physical so we can get our license or whatever, right? So I was the first one to go in. I made sure I was the first one to go in. And I come out, I was like, yo, man, I was like, the fucking doctor, man, he grabbed my balls and told me to cough and all this shit, and he's making us do all these things for the physical. And Dave's like, "Oh, I'm not doing that shit." I was like, "Dude, you have to, otherwise we can't work." He's like, "No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that." He goes, "Fuck that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." The promoter's like, "What the hell? Well, no, I need you to do this." He's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not letting the doctor touch my balls. The doctor comes out. He goes, "Okay, I'm next." He goes, "No, I'm not going." The doctor goes, "What's the matter?" He goes, "Dude, I'm not having you touch my balls." And he's like, "I'm not going to have you do that." And then he just looks at me. He goes, "You motherfucker." He's like,
I did that to, you remember Warpath?
Yeah.
I did that to Warpath in Lewiston, Idaho. Turns out we had to run down for a quick physical. So when I came out, before I came out, I grabbed a couple dabs of water and dropped them in my eyes, and then walked all bow-legged, coming out with tears coming out of my eyes. And I said, it's not that bad, brother. He's shaking his head, you motherfucker, you.
Oh man, shit. So I'm glad you're doing the WrestleShoot though, man. This is amazing. I'm glad to be back on here again, man.
Yeah, I mean, we did a Michael Porter memorial show a couple of months ago. Man, I wish I would have reached out to you for that. And we had Rick Rockwell on.
Yo, whatever happened to Block Talk Radio? A lot of the archives aren't there anymore, man. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I do not know. That's not my area. He was doing that long after we had separated, and then before he passed, and I came back and.
Yeah, I remember that too. I remember, man.
Oh, the original WrestleShoot format, the terrestrial radio version, it was unbelievable, dude. We were living like in that little Yuba City, Marysville, kind of where we were main stationed out of. We were rock stars there, man. We were like the town radio personalities. It was amazing.
Wow.
On an AM station, they were hearing us as far as 200 miles away.
Really?
Yeah, man. When we came in for WrestleShoot, they actually set their tech in who cranked the voltage on the tower or the wattage on the tower all the way up to shoot it as far as it could. And then
wow.
Back down. Yeah.
See, I'm banned from AM/FM dial. The FCC banned me permanently from AM/FM dial. So even not only can I not host a show on AM/FM dial, but even if somebody interviews me, for every time I'm on the air, the station, whoever interviews me, gets a $25,000 fine from the FCC.
God bless the internet. FCC, right there, guys.
Exactly,
right there.
Baby.
But I'll tell you what, I never got our station fined, but I got a lot of those red letters. I got a lot of those, dude. They were like, you better ring this guy in, man, because he's hovering way too much.
Dude, I'll tell you. I'm the reason I don't do podcasting anymore, and I'll tell you why. Number one, like I said, there's only 24 hours in a day, and to set up a show every single week where you have to have a star and then people cancel last minute, you got to find a quick replacement and all this bullshit. It was just such a headache. And yeah, I was making good money off of the sponsors and shit, but it just wasn't worth the bullshit. Especially when I was dealing with, because Blog Talk Radio kept having a coronary every time we opened our mouths on the air because they kept catching heat because we were very controversial. So we even had a warning at the beginning of the show that said, the following program contains illegally downloaded music, profanity, strong sexual content. The things we say may offend some listeners, but to be frankly honest, we don't care if you listen or not. The listener's discretion is strongly advised. Now, even with the parental advisory warning, they were still getting heat for everything we used to fucking say on the air. It was fucking crazy. Yep, sucks to be you, people. That's right.
Sucks to be you. Just to cover my ass every now and again when I start losing my shit, I throw that up just for a little bit of CYA. But this is the internet, so once again, FCC. There it is. Buddy.
That's right.
And you know what? Actually, and people know that I'm a little bit ADD-ish, and I sometimes get all around the block. But we were on the air a couple weeks ago with Monty and Pharaoh. And I just, in honor of them, one more time, fuck you, Ron Shaw, you big crybaby, you lunatic son of a bitch. That's it. That was just for them.
Hey, Monty and the Farrows from right here in Long Island also.
Yeah, they're the shit, man.
They've been doing it a while, man. They've been doing it a while.
Very, very.
But not only that, but that's another thing, though. Like nowadays, every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a podcast. Back in the day, like when I first did podcasting, I did it when it first came out, when it was brand new. to everybody. I was doing it before Stone Cold Steve Austin. You were doing it before Stone Cold Steve Austin. We were doing it before all these guys. Now everybody's got a fucking podcast.
But you know what? It's exactly like everything else in life. It's like the wrestling business. It's like making movies. Everybody's doing it, but the cream fucking rises, man. Like we don't have to have a guest every week, man. We just try to bring on people who are going to shed a new insight into the state of the business. Like, for instance, next week, we have a married couple coming on, and they have been together in the wrestling business for over 20 years. So
wow,
it's interesting to hear how they make that shit work,
Yeah, really.
Because you and me have both watched lots of couples in the wrestling business split up quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Dude, I'll tell you, when I used to host the Unrated Hour, obviously the Unrated Hour, you could just imagine because it was unrated, you can just imagine the shit we said on there. But
how charming you were.
Oh yeah, dude, we interviewed everybody though. We interviewed pro wrestlers, we interviewed actors, we interviewed porn stars, we interviewed everybody, bro. Like, and the things we did on there, we made Howard Stern look like an angel. And that's hard to do.
Yeah, I'm an O&A guy. Fuck Stern. I'm just kidding. You write me hate mail, but yeah, still kind of fuck Stern.
Opie and Anthony was great too, man. I miss those days too.
Too bad.
But that's the thing. Opie and Anthony and Howard Stern, they're not in their prime with when it comes to broadcasting. They don't do the shit they used to do, and it breaks my heart because that went to shit also.
Well, O&A aren't even on the radio anymore. Anthony went over and started Compound Media, so he's doing his whole world of things over there. And Opie, God bless him, but I think when O&A actually split, I think Ope lost his fucking mind because he does himself a daily live stream with 30 people watching at 6 in the fucking morning, and he just takes his phone, puts it on a stand. Because he's so proud that I live 500 feet above New York City. So he does it from there every day. And he just gets on there and just diatribes about nothing.
It's just that everything's become so watered down and nothing is like it used to be. And if you listen to Howard Stern now compared to the Howard Stern that used to be, it is a big difference.
Yeah, he's a baby now.
It's a big difference, bro. And the reason why is because he doesn't have anything to challenge him like the FCC. Now that he's not on AM/FM dial anymore, now he doesn't have anything to fight with.
Oh no, he's got a way bigger obstacle than the fucking FCC. He's got subscriptions he's got to bring in, or they're going to stop paying him like they did before when he suckered them out of $500 million a year. And after about 6 months, they cut Stern for a while because people weren't signing up for him. He wasn't bringing the subs. So the FCC is going, you're bad. But that controversy is keeping everybody interested. Now he's just bored. His heart isn't into it anymore. Stern doesn't want to do radio anymore.
I don't blame him, man. I mean, it's a lot of bullshit you got to deal with.
That's the entertainment business in general. But when you're somebody who, like Opie and Anthony, when they came on, they were kissing Stern's ass, man. They were really trying to get to know this guy because he was who he was. He saw them as the threat that they were. Immediately started treating them like shit. And that makes me laugh when Captain Lou Albano says, you never know who's going to be the next big thing. So just be nice to everybody, man. I was like, oh, good point. And that's what Stern kind of went against. I'm not going to be nice to the next big thing.
Do you miss AM/FM dial?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Terrestrial radio was a pain in the ass that Preparation H could never cure.
I got that right. Yep.
Is that fucking cold sore that pops up and just makes you miserable. Now, fuck terrestrial radio.
I agree. Now,
that being said, I would totally go on XM. I would totally do that.
So what state are you in now?
Florida now, baby. I'm in Tampa.
Oh, you're in Florida now.
Floridian.
Dude, you migrate more than a fucking Eskimo, bro.
Well, you know, I'm the kind of guy that likes to get around.
Shit, how many times have you moved in the past 10 years?
10 years, twice. In the last 15 years, though, I've gone from California to Texas to Pittsburgh to Florida.
Yep. Shit, man.
But you know what's great is I'm never going to have to shovel snow ever again.
Yeah, that sucks.
I love Florida.
Dude, but you got to deal with the Category 5 hurricanes, though. That shit's horrible.
Not in Tampa.
Yeah, it's true.
Tampa don't get hit by hurricanes. Like that last one they rolled through, everybody went nutso about. They started evacuating Tampa. And like my garbage cans didn't even blow over. I was like, what the hell am I doing here, man?
Dude, how far are you from Hollywood, Florida?
I'm not sure.
Because it's close to.
That's by Orlando, right?
No, it's closer to Miami, actually.
Okay, yeah, Miami. Miami's about 4 hours.
It's like it's in between Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, so about 3.5, 4 hours.
That's not bad.
I'm still getting to know Tampa. I'll worry about those other shits later.
Hollywood, yeah, but Hollywood, Florida is where they got the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino with the big giant guitar-shaped hotel.
Yeah, they got a Hard Rock Casino here in Tampa too.
Yeah, they do. But the most popular one is the one in Hollywood because they got the guitar-shaped hotel now.
Yeah. I've seen that online.
I've been to the one in Tampa though, and I also been to the dog track where they got the poker room at the dog track also.
Yeah, that poker room stinks.
It does, but when there's nothing else around and you want a game, you know.
Yeah, I guess. But you got to go out of your way to get to that dumpy dog track. Holy shit. What does this have to do with wrestling? Our viewers might be asking. Come on. You guys have watched this show before. You know how it goes.
I'm a professional gambler, guys.
I know. Maybe I got to start. I got to roll with you next time you come through. Get some tips.
Yeah, man, I do it for a living, bro. Seriously. Like, I sign a W-2 at the end of the year, and I have to pay taxes on the shit.
Yeah.
That's what makes it a job.
Right. If I'm getting taxed on it, then I don't get no money back.
Dude, everybody tells me, you're a gambler. That's not a job. I go, no, I pay taxes, motherfucker. It's a job.
Have you ever sat at a table for 8 hours and made 10 grand? No. So shut the fuck up. It is a job.
Yeah, it's because they're used to losing their money and I'm used to making money. There's a big difference between the two.
What's your game?
I'm very good at math. So I learned how to master, even though roulette has the second worst odds in the casino next to the slot machine for the player, I managed to cover all the numbers except for like 3 or 4 numbers. Nice. I put the odds in my favor. The problem with that, though, is that the casino gets 5-1 odds on the money, though.
Yeah.
Because I took the advantage away from them because now I have the advantage myself by covering all the numbers. So there's that. I also do craps, blackjack, and ultimate Texas Hold'em against the dealer.
Oh, you like that one? See, I just like regular old 7 card.
And I'll tell you why. Because ultimate Texas Hold'em only has a 2% casino advantage over you. So basically, it's almost like a coin flip in a sense. I mean, they have an advantage. So they have like at least a 60% advantage over you compared to your 40% as far as like odds go. But it's better odds than 3-card poker. It's better odds than Pai Gow poker. It's better odds than any other fucking poker against the dealer there is. So ultimate Texas Hold'em, and believe it or not, there's a reason why a lot of casinos don't have it. It's because they know it's horrible odds for them.
Right.
And they know it. So obviously, when you walk into a casino, the first thing you see is an abundance, a shit ton of slot machines. That should be a big red flag to stay away from the slot machines.
Right.
Because a casino is not going to have anything unless it benefits them. They're not going to give you anything unless it benefits them. So if they're giving you comp rooms and they're giving you like free play and all this stuff. It's because they're trying to lure you into their casino so they can take more of your money. They're not giving it to you
to get their money back.
Yeah, they're not giving it to you. Technically, it's paid for through you gambling, pissing away your money. It's not free. You're paying for it through gambling. In fact, going to the bar and buying a drink at the bar is cheaper than getting free drinks while gambling. You should never drink while gambling. That is a very bad thing to do because it fucks up your judgment. So the casinos give it to you because they're trying to screw up your judgment. So, of course, they're going to feed you with endless supply of alcohol. You know? I mean, if you want to drink afterwards, fine, but don't do it before or during gambling ever. That's like the worst mistake you could ever do.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to get fucked up gambling, do coke.
I just wait till I'm done. Listen, I just wait till I'm done gambling, and then I get fucked up. But I won't do it before or during ever. That's like the worst thing you could ever do. I won't even smoke weed before or during gambling because anything that's going to mess up your judgment is a bad thing to do.
Did you ever sit at the poker table with old Bagwell?
No, I've been wanting to actually, believe it or not, I would love to play poker with Biff Busick. You know who he is, right? He used to be Oni Lorcan in WWE.
What?
Yeah, he's a poker player.
Just because you like him and you'd like to play with him, there's no like real reason.
Oh no, I would love to take his money. Absolutely. I would love to take his money. Are you kidding? That'd be great.
Hey, you know, let me. I ask a lot of guests this question. I know Chris doesn't particularly like it, but Chris ain't fucking here. You know Paul Roma, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know him through passing here and there. I mean, I wouldn't say I hang out with him or anything, but you know, he's a good. He's a really good guy, though, man. A really good guy.
Why do you think that Paul Roma's a pussy and won't fucking come on WrestleShoot face up to me? You beady-eyed, pathetic, greasy, fucking dago piece of shit. Look at me, you fucking forgotten horseman. I'm calling you out again. Eventually, you're going to get me up on it.
He won't come on WrestleShoot?
I've never asked him.
Oh, I was going to say.
People ask me all the time, what's your heat with Roma? I was like, let me tell you something. Nothing. I'm a gigantic Paul Roma fan. I fucking love that guy. But I called him. And the only reason I haven't asked him to be on WrestleShoot is because I can't find him. Or I'd say, yo, man, I'm working a gimmick on you. You going to do something or what?
You know he's the owner of Paradise Wrestling. You know he has a wrestling.
Still there? Paradise Alley? Yeah. Paradise Alley?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's still around in Connecticut. I think so. I don't know.
Oh, it's in Connecticut now? That was in, maybe it's always been. I don't know. I thought it was in.
No, I think it was in Connecticut last I knew.
All right. I'm going to look there, Paul Roma. I'm going to track you down at your fucking pool. Washed up fucking never was motherfucker. Let me tell you something, dude. Jim Powers ain't coming to help you out. Herc's not here to get your back, dude. That's why you won't man up and face me. Admit it. You prick. God damn it.
Man. So what do you do lately now?
Like professionally outside?
Yeah.
Dude, I get people out of debt, baby. I help people with real troubles.
Like the credit card debt thingy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I give them real options to get out of debt instead of going bankrupt.
That's dope, man.
If you need help with your finances, hit me up, man. We'll talk about your options. Shoot me over a DM. Give me your phone number. I'll give you a call from work, man. You'll be pleasantly surprised what I can do for people.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that is what's up. It's very rewarding being able to actually, you know, after my monster cocaine addiction that I went through, when I came out of the other end of that, you know, I came out with this want to actually help people. So I do. I help people who are coming out of rehab into the real world. I help people get out of debt. Help people for real, not just talk about it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, I'll tell you, I used to I used to be a very negative person myself. I used to do a lot of drugs. I mean, I've been clean for years now. So I'm glad I don't do that stuff anymore. And since I'm a member of the Rough Riders, we do a lot of charity outreach, and we like to help our people and help the community because the government sure is not doing it. So, you know, we got to take care of our people because if we don't do it, who's going to do it? You know?
I agree. Dude, charity starts at home, man.
It sure does. Sure does.
People with the, you know, the whole Ukraine, I'm not going to get all into that. It's horrible what happened, but we have people who are suffering here, and I'm just personally more interested in helping them right now.
Yeah, it's true, man.
So there you go. Right. Send your hate mails to the Antisocial Network and leave me the fuck alone about it. What up, Mickey? One of our riders dropping in and saying, "What's up?"
Yeah, what's good, Mickey? What's good, y'all?
You just hanging out, listening to us babble on and on about bullshit, like usual, right?
Always, brother, always.
Oh, did I tell you that me and Chris own the Conquistadors now?
What?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. No way.
Yeah, it's my shit now.
Get out of here. How did you manage that?
I trademarked it, man. Vince let it slide a long time ago, and I trademarked it. It's mine now.
No shit. Wow.
So to those few of you who are out there running around doing the Conquistadors, if you're watching, consider this fair notice that it's just about over for you.
Dude, it's funny you say that because just recently, Santino Marella, now Impact Wrestling owns the Santino Marella name because WWE never renewed it.
Right.
So that's why he's allowed to use Santino Marella in Impact Wrestling now.
Yep. You got to keep your eyes on that shit, man. Honky Tonk tried to trademark Roddy Piper's name. He just fucked up, man. He forgot that even if it expires, you still have like 3 months, isn't it, to go ahead and pay for your renewal. But they'll let you know whoever files for it. So they let Piper know that Honky tried to buy his name up. And, you know, the whole time Honky and Piper were both like, it's just business.
Wow. He should have waited till the 3 months was up and then do it.
I think the Honky just slipped up. He's like, oh, shit, I don't want to, you know, put up the red alert to Vince and to Piper that I'm trying to buy his shit. He just moved too soon. And, you know, Honky, too. He might not have never intended to actually go through with it. He just likes to stir up the shit.
Yeah, you know, that is true. That is true.
Gotta love that fucking guy. I really do. He's one of my favorite people out there.
Yeah, I never had an issue with him at all.
The only way you're ever really going to have issues with Honky, I think, is if you don't pay him. I think that's about it.
I'm glad I'm not a promoter then.
It's like, you paid me? Cool. We're cool. Let's go get a beer. It's on you. Of course it's on me, you cheap motherfucker.
So, bro, your credit card thing, the thing where you're helping people out of debt and stuff like that, I'm sure during the pandemic it skyrocketed for you.
Oh, no. I was doing something different before all that. People are still coming back from 2020. They're still recovering from that shit. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I did very well during the pandemic, man. I mean, I was running an underground gentleman's club.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was making some bank. I was making bank during the pandemic, you know. So.
Oh, it's your boy. I'd have rolled down there to Jersey. I was only in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but it pissed me off because the government was stopping. Like, I understand health is very important, but the economy is equally as important too, though. Like, there had to been, there was no happy medium. It was either it was about health or was it about the economy, but there was no in between. I believe that the economy is just as equally important as health, because if you take people's right away from making money, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to do anything to survive. So they're going to rob people. They're going to do whatever they can to survive. They should have known it was going to get bad if they took people's right away to make money. Shutting down everything was a bad idea economically.
Yeah, that was a catch-22. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into that one, but that was a catch-22. It's like, okay, you can go to work and you can make money right up until you're on a respirator and die.
Yeah, but I would have never ran an underground gentleman's club if it wasn't for them stopping me from making my money, because all the casinos were shut down. Everything was shut down everywhere.
Well, you improvised.
So, of course, I was going to do something illegal. I mean, I had no other choice but to in order to make money.
But this is all, of course, just hypothetically speaking. See, we're just kidding around, so don't call the cops, you snitches.
Oh, no, everybody already knows. I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, they weren't going to raid me anyway because, there wasn't any stabbings or shootings or anything going on in my club. Even the police were aware of it. They just didn't do anything because they knew we weren't hurting anybody,
Sure. I mean, or you were just putting the right dollars in the right hands. Who's to say?
But you got to take care of people. I mean, if you're going to do stuff like that, you have to, it's just,
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Like the good old days. I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. Nobody bothered me.
I kind of missed the pandemic. It was very good to me, bro.
I have never heard that one.
Oh man.
And I hear the most horrible horror stories at work, literally day in and day out, every single day. It destroys your soul to listen to how much somebody is suffering. That's the biggest fear besides health is finance.
Dude, that was the one thing that was great about being in Florida is that they didn't give a fuck about the virus pandemic.
Right. They said, come on out.
Yeah, they didn't care, bro. Like, I wish it was like that in New York because they made it very difficult for people to make money around here.
Word. Yeah, word. Okay, hang on a second. Could you have Rob? Hang on a second. Could you have Rob pole dance for you in your? How about this, Mickey? Go fist yourself, motherfucker. How about that? I love Mickey. He's one of those little simpletons that you sit over and you just go, "What a guy." He's trying to. Sorry.
I gotta ask you. How long ago did you bring WrestleShoot back?
2.5 years.
No shit.
Yeah, we came back as audio only, like what you guys was doing.
Yeah.
So we came back for the first year. Yeah, first year doing it just audio, and then these guys over at this guy Adam, he was with All Sports All Plays Network at the time, and he's like, I really like your show. Do you guys want to come on our wrestling show? And then they recruited us to start doing this whole video stream casting thing, and that's what we've been doing ever since. And now Chris and I and old creepy Jimmy are the owners of what we're on now, the Antisocial Network.
That's pretty dope, man. How long has that been around?
We launched 21 days ago.
What? So it's new. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, this network is new, and we are. I'll be honest with you, man. We're crushing it. We are crushing it.
Dude, I'm very happy for you, man. That's amazing.
We got a group of some real solid dudes who do all kinds of unique programming for the network. WrestleShoot's mixed in with it, so we have a pretty broad. Our only real limits here are obviously we don't give a fuck about language. Our real limits here, we just don't do anything exclusively political or religious.
Come on, brother. Watch your fucking language, man.
Hey, who the fuck are you talking to over there? Hey, I'm doing a show over here. See, I was over there, and I'm over here now.
Dude, I'm so glad you don't talk about politics. You want to know why? Because I don't even vote.
Politics are horrible. You know, I'm not a
I
Republican.
fucking hate politics, bro. I refuse, bro. I refuse to vote, and I refuse to talk about politics. I hate politics.
And that's kind of where I went. Like, I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm not going to let anybody tell me how to.
Neither am I.
But these last few terms in the White House, and just seeing how the country is now because of it, I'm just disgusted with the whole system.
Dude, it's embarrassing. Bro, our country has turned into a bunch of pussies, bro. Like everybody gets offended over everything now. And it's no wonder why other countries don't respect us anymore. We're not as powerful as we used to be. I can tell you that.
I don't think they ever respected us. They feared us. That was the difference.
Yeah, nobody fears us because they think we're a bunch of pussies now.
Now, see, this is cool because this whole show, just having conversation like we would over a beer, and this gives people an idea that, you know, wrestlers aren't just a bunch of dumb muscleheads. Me get muscle milk tomorrow, GNC. You go too? You go too? Yeah, okay, I'll go too. We go to GNC for milk muscle tomorrow. You're good.
Dude, I'm so glad you're like me, bro. Like, you, dude, it's great because, you know, just like you, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not Reform, I'm not Green, I'm nothing. I don't vote. I'm not a part of any party at all.
Yeah, fuck party. Fuck party. Just fuck all that. Fuck,
but listen,
everybody puts party over country now, and that's where my big problem is.
I'll tell you, I love this country and I love everybody in it. What I don't like is our government. That's the only thing. I don't like our government. I love our country and I love our people in it. I just hate our government. Period.
Now, see, if Chris was with us right now, he'd be going, look, come on, guys. That's let's get the fuck off the goddamn politics here. He's another one too. He just has zero interest in discussing it with anybody ever. Goose egg on the political.
Yep. I'll tell you how much do you want to make a bet right now? People are very pissed off that we're shitting on politics.
I piss people off every single fucking week.
Dude, there's people at home right now watching this having a coronary.
Pulling out their little keyboard going, dear asshole, let me tell you how I feel. Man, shut the fuck up. If you guys want to write me an angry letter and you want to get my attention, don't start off with, hey, dickhead. Because what am I going to be like? Oh, yes, let me hear what you have to say. Now, fuck you.
Dude, I am glad you brought that up because I'm a proud dickhead, actually. I dress up. Yeah, I dress up as a Magnum condom every year at the Exotica Expo, which is a porn star convention. I host parties, and I also have been in rap and trap videos dressed up as a human Magnum condom.
That's a good one.
Yeah. If you go to my photo albums on Facebook, you can see all the Exotica Expo. You'll see the Exotica Expo photo albums on there, and you'll see me dressed up as a Magnum condom hanging out with all the porn stars. It's fucking great.
And speaking of your Facebook, Guido, we are running out of time here, so why don't we get some plugs?
We're gonna do a part 2 when Chris is back.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll do a part 2.
We have a guest next week. We'll look into the following week. We're still working on getting Fonzie over here to Bill Alfonso to come over here and do a show with us.
Dude, I fucking love Bill Alfonso, man. He's a fucking great guy, man. He really is.
Who doesn't? He's great. He's great. He's like the what happens when pro wrestling knocks up a meth head. You get Bill.
Yep. Dude, so who else is it? You know who else is who's a gambler also? Pat Tanaka. He's a poker player also.
Yeah, I think I heard that. He's really good, right?
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, bro, him and Oni Larkin. He goes by Biff Busick now, and he went like that. He went by Biff Busick on the independent circuit too before he made it to WWE, and they changed his name to Oni Larkin. But but he's a poker player too, just like Pat Tanaka and myself. So yeah.
Nice. So what do you got to go ahead and promote before we call it a day here, brother?
I'd like to give a shout out to East Coast Pro Wrestling, Gino Caruso. Give a shout out to One Division Pro, which is Amani Labels runs that. Look up One Division Pro on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out. My wifey, she has a horror blog called it's Honey, I'm talking about your horror blog. Where is she?
Get the fuck out of here.
It's the Nightmare Nook horror blog.
Okay.
At blogspot.com. So check that out. And that's pretty much it, man. Oh, by the way, I'm also gonna be in a movie called Stars. It's actually gonna be at the international the Winter Film Awards. It's going to be the Winter Film Awards at the International Film Festival.
Vinny, hang on a second. Hang on. That was the most god-awful fucking plug I've ever heard. Let's start over.
Let's start over again.
Come on, come out hot this time.
The name of the movie that I'm starring in, I'm actually starring in. I play a small part. I play a pimp in the movie.
It ain't easy, baby.
Yeah, I play a pimp in the movie.
Necessary.
The name of the movie is Stars, Stars, Star, Stars. It's going to be the world premiere is going to be at the International Film Festival, which is at the Winter Film Awards, and it's going to be in New York City on February 17th. So check out the Winter Film Awards, and it's going to be the 9 p.m. slot on February 17th at the winterfilmawards.com. So check that out. And the name of the movie again is Stars.
What's the name of that movie?
Stars.
All right.
All right.
What's the Facebook there, Vinny?
Facebook.com/official Vinny the Guido. Instagram.com Vinny the Guido. Same thing with Twitter and everything else you can find. You just it's there. Rob, thank you so much for having me on WrestleShoot. I can't wait till we do a part 2, and hopefully Krista's leg gets better. Hopefully he doesn't stab himself in the leg with any more shards or anything like that.
Well, he says that a piece of wood stabbed him in the leg, but maybe a piece of wood stabbed him anywhere. You see what I did there? A little gay switch.
I'll tell you what. It's a good thing he didn't. It's a good thing he didn't shoot himself in the schlong.
Hey, oh, right.
Hopefully, when he stabbed his leg, it didn't affect his nerve system that connects to that area.
I hope it did. I hope he stabbed himself so deep that his prick just hangs forever. I talk shit. He's my hetero bridesmaid. I love that son of a bitch. Anyway, we're going to be back in touch. We're going to do it again soon. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us for another planned and then canceled. And then we just did it the fuck anyway because we're stupid like that. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.